done? We have done some revamp or fine-tuning of specific aspects in each one of these areas. How the idea seeker reaches out to the ideators, how the ideators respond to it, how the ecosystem is designed and institutionalized, what kind of ideas that we get, and how do we measure the effectiveness of these ideas, and what is the impact on the organization culture. So throughout this slides that we have next, we are going to talk about specific aspects, what we have done differently for the idea seeker, what we have done differently for the ecosystem, and how it has impacted the ideas that we discovered as well as the culture. So now let me showcase you the top 5 strategies that we have actually experimented. So this is a list of the strategies. Again, we are not making a claim that we have invented them. These are some of the best practices. What we have really done is we have implemented all of this, and we have got experience from best of the best organizations in the world, and at each stage I must say there were lots of learning. So the way we are going to go through these strategies is I will talk about the need for the specific strategy, how did we go about it, what was the impact on the ideas that we created, the kind of innovation culture that we could sense, and finally what are the learning, and getting those learnings, thinking again and improving upon the strategy. So that is how the entire flow is going to be. So first the strategy is ad hoc ideation, second is about establishing an innovation ecosystem, third is about having a time-bound ideation challenge, fourth is having an immersive boot camp, and fifth is hybrid ideation. So let's go through all of these strategies and try to understand what are those learnings at each one of these stages. Now around an year back, when we started conceptualizing this entire innovation framework at Fiserv India, we were studying a lot of industry best practices. At the same time, suddenly one of our customers in the UK approached us. The customer was facing a specific challenge. The customer wanted us to help them create some technology solutions which will help them provide a next generation banking experience for their consumers. Now it was a very interesting challenge to face, and what we, of course our subject matter experts were contributing to create new solutions, but that was one time that we thought that okay, why don't we quickly do some experiment and reach out to our associates, our employees, and try to sense what kind of ideas we can get. So this was the time when we experimented with the first strategy. The idea discovery strategy is ad hoc ideation. Of course, the challenge was to capture employee ideas very quickly for the new business opportunities. We reached out to one of our senior leaders, and the leader became the sponsor for running this strategy. Now this leader wrote a series of emails to our employees seeking specific ideas from these employees. We also use a lot of creative mailers and creative campaigns, reaching out to people, conducting meetings, face-to-face meetings. A lot of it was done. But when we actually started sensing what is the pulse of our market, pulse of our employees, we thought that we could sense that there are a lot of employees who are just dreamers. Now these guys are the typical guys who are saying, oh wow, I have this $1 million idea, why don't you take it ahead? Or there were some followers who are saying, I have this idea but I'm not sure what's going to happen. Is it so relevant to my day-to-day work? So there were some followers. There were some collaborators who believed that, okay, give me some work, I will be able to contribute a lot, I will be able to collaborate with a lot of people. So when it comes to implementation, I can play a great role, but when it comes to generation of ideas, I am clueless. There were some enthusiastic people, but they did not know what to do about this challenge. And finally, there were a set of subject matter experts. Some of them believed that this is a great opportunity, let me share an idea. But there were quite a few who believed, okay, what's in it for me? Why should I share this idea? And I have a direct connect with the customer. I can just go ahead and share my idea there. Why should I share my idea as part of this challenge? So it was a very interesting proposition when we actually approached our organization with just sending some EDM, some mailers and reaching out to them to seek business ideas. This was again a great learning. This was a deep stick approach that we took. But what we discovered, after spending 1 month, we could just discover 22 ideas, out of which only 8 ideas were relevant, and only one idea was worth pursuing further in terms of quality and depth of the ideas, and we could not see any significant impact on our organization culture. Now, as we mentioned, the organization culture impacts a lot when it comes to generating ideas from employees, and just by sending a mailer from the senior leadership with some meetings and creative communication, it was not working at all. We clearly understood that there was something which was missing. So critical takeaway is that strategy 1. There was nothing that was working well, and we clearly understood that people were a little confused. They did not have the competency to come up with business ideas. When a task is given, they were extremely proficient for completion of the task, but when it came to generation of fresh business ideas, they were clueless. Also, I think we couldn't grab the attention of the employees. There are so many such corporate initiatives happening around, and this mail just got buried into their mailboxes. Also, possibly some of the ideators or employees were not motivated enough. And finally, we realized that what we really need is a well-structured method and tool which will help us attract, mature, and help our ideators collaborate around these ideas and also review these ideas. So at this stage, it was clearly an eye-opener for us, and it clearly revealed the need for having an innovation ecosystem. An innovation ecosystem where we provide structured competency development programs for the employees. We also do some kind of creative branding about this innovation initiative so that it catches attention, and it is positioned as a cool yet a business critical initiative, not just an employee engagement initiative. Also, we realized that there is a clear need for having some rewards and recognition for the employees. So as we discussed earlier, a myth is, since employees are getting paid, it is expected that they will come up with business ideas. No, we will need to have some fresh ways of rewarding and recognizing those specific smart ideators who are taking the lead and sharing their ideas. Also, we realize there is a clear need that we need to have structured method and tool to attract these ideas. So that's where we came to a conclusion that we need to invest into a well-structured innovation ecosystem. And that's where we go from our ad hoc ideation to innovation ecosystem. Now, this is an interesting stuff. What we created is a collaborative ecosystem which provided an innovation portal and collaborative innovation portal where people can share their ideas, people can rate and comment around other ideas, and also there were evaluation teams which were part of the subject matter experts reviewing these ideas. Creative communication and branding was done. If we discover some specific ideas which are worth patenting, we had set up the mechanisms to protect the IP. Of course, rewards were there, and we provided templates for people so that they can create those ideas in a specific format. The typical business case, the basic business case that people need as part of the idea. So what we are trying to do is establish an ecosystem for fostering innovation, and then basically on an ongoing basis people can share this idea. And what was the outcome? So this is how we basically created the ecosystem. We had a collaborative idea management portal. Providing the portal is not enough. People need a lot of hand-holding. So that's why we came up with idea nurturing processes. Rewards and recognition scheme was put in place. We started conducting lots of workshops because we believe that sending emails to all or putting some posters is a very passive way of reaching out to our employees. In fact, we use innovation workshop to inspire our associates, help them understand what is this innovation about and what is it when we talk about innovation at Fiserv, and what are the specific methods and tools that they can use. And this is again a great thing that I think organizations should attempt. Also, we start doing a lot of events for inspiring the associates for creative problem solving. So on the top left that we see is the event by Giri Premi, which have basically inspired our associates for creative problem solving. This is a group of mountaineers who have conquered Everest. So again, talking about some extremely different domains, people have tried some fresh ways of coming up with solutions. So also having some events, showcase of ideas, and we started sending out the stories of creating fresh ideas. So all of this, the portal, having innovation workshops, having events, showcase of the ideas that we have discovered, and sending innovation stories, this really helped us create a buzz within the organization and engage with associates in a very active way. And what was the outcome? Even after spending so much of effort, were we successful? Here we go. After spending 9 months trying to establish this ecosystem, what we got? Around 80 ideas. Relevant ideas were only 8, and ideas worth pursuing further, only 3. Again, this is something, again, a realization. What was working, we tried to understand. Again, the impact on the organization culture was again low to moderate. At this stage also, we had a lot of learnings. Of course, what was working now is having a structured ecosystem to help engage with our employees and foster innovation culture. That was clearly working well, looking at a number of ideas. But what was missing? The relevance of ideas for us. It was clearly a gap. So we kept getting ideas like improving quality of food or improving the transportation, those kind of ideas. But what we wanted is real business ideas. Inflow of ideas was again unpredictable. So in few months we were getting lots of ideas. In some other months we were not getting any ideas. Also, the depth of business cases and prototype was little primitive. And that's where we clearly understood that our associates are technologists. They clearly understand the technology well, but when it comes to articulating a business case, what is the problem statement, what is the solution, what is the kind of USP that idea brings, they still need some more effort, some more help. Of course, the iterations over ideas were missing. So people were coming up with ideas, they were sharing, but refining those ideas again and again and again, it was not happening. Also, the whatever specific ideas were coming, it was not compelling enough for the ideators to share their business ideas. So we still need to work on the rewards and recognition part of it. So this was the strategy too. You remember we started with the ad hoc ideation, where sending an email to all the employees seeking their business ideas, it was not working. Then we came up with this innovation ecosystem, where we provided structured training, provided a portal, created processes and methods around it, provided incubation support, idea facilitation, and also started creating some events, started running some events. So even after that, we could generate some awareness and buzz in the organization, but possibly that predictability of ideas was still missing. And that's where we again went back to our drawing boards, started looking at the best-in-class practices. That's where we came up with the next strategy, which is a time-bound ideation challenge. Clearly the focus was on improving the relevance as well as predictability of employee ideas. Now this is where we of course leveraged the ecosystem that we had, and we created an idea funnel, a stage gate idea review process around which this entire innovation campaign was run. We shared a very focused business challenge for our employees. There were clearly defined rewards and recognition, timelines were defined. These are the 2.5 weeks during which we are going to elicit ideas. This is how the reviews are going to happen. This is where the results are going to be announced, and these are the rewards that you are going to get. Clearly, it was a more structured process. We had articulated how the ideas would be generated, how the ideas would be matured, how those would be reviewed. The review panels were identified upfront. All of these efforts were basically to improve the relevance of ideas, quality and depth of ideas, predictability of ideas, and ensuring that the ideas are quickly processed. Because the moment we spend some more time for idea reviews, slowly but surely employees get little concerned what is happening to those ideas. So this is where we realize there is a need for rapid reviews and completing the entire cycle in a very structured and a very defined way. And what were the outcomes? After having run a time-bound ideation challenge around a specific business problem, the outcomes that we could generate, for a duration of 3 weeks, we could generate 135 ideas, out of which relevant number of ideas were 30. The quality and depth of ideas were little improving. We got around 5 ideas which were really worth pursuing further. It was a predictable inflow. So this was a duration where we received a lot of ideas, and we could do multiple review cycles, announce the results, and this is where we could get some control over how the ideas are coming inside the system. What was still a maze for us is impact on organization culture. We had improved a bit, but possibly we were still struggling to improve our organization culture. What were the key learnings at this stage? Of course, large number of relevant ideas were generated in a short span. That was clearly a good win. We were getting predictable flow of ideas. There was a lot of enthusiasm. We were able to tap those creative sparks available in the pockets. When we are running such a program for a global organization, it's very important to tap these pockets, to excite the associates to share their ideas. Of course, what was not working? Iterations or ideas was not working, because once you come up with an idea, you need somebody to challenge your idea, somebody to criticize your idea, and that's when really you improve on ideas. So those iterations over ideas are extremely important. Also, it was taking a long time for taking these ideas to the next level. Depth of business cases was still missing. Now again, this was identified as a critical capability that we need to improve on. Our associates are technologists, and we need to provide them some facilitation, some support for creating business cases for those ideas, because this is a classic conflict in any innovation program. The ideators, when they are sharing their ideas, they believe that they are already doing something over and above their job. They are sharing their creative intellect with the company, and also at the same time, company expects to invest into those ideas where they see business value. So ideators are expected to do a lot of iterations over the ideas and create a business case, but somewhere there is a disconnect, and that's what we try to address in our strategy 4. Also, people are extremely busy on their day-to-day work, and they had limited bandwidth for creating those business cases. So that's where we understood that people are passionate, but possibly they are not able to contribute for maturing those ideas further. Clearly, we needed something to ensure that they get that bandwidth. Of course, there was no clear mechanism for conversion of ideas to solution, and only a handful of ideas were ready with business cases. So with this understanding, believe me guys, it was indeed a roadblock. We were facing so many challenges. Somehow we were struggling to overcome this roadblock. We were able to generate lots of ideas, but we were unsure what to do when we take these ideas. How do we improve the depth of these ideas, relevance of these ideas, and how do we influence our culture? And it was time. We were forced to go back to our drawing boards, research the best-in-class practices. We also, of course, looked at the 20% time policy that Google talks about, providing dedicated time for people to work on their own ideas. Again, was it feasible or not? We kept questioning ourselves. We also looked at multiple strategies: idea incubation cell, idea innovation sandbox that C.K. Prahalad has proposed. We also looked at different models: idea bootcamp, FedEx Ship Day, Kaizen Blitz events, hackathon. All of this was focused on getting our ideators together and providing them a bandwidth to work on their ideas, and also ensuring that they are committed to contribute for idea maturing. And that's when we came up with the next strategy, Idea Bootcamp, immersive learning experience for our associates. Clearly, the challenge was to discover and mature ideas rapidly in an immersive environment. Now, this is a very interesting experiment that we did. What we did here, we identified a sponsor, we identified specific ideators. They were shortlisted through a selection process. These were the passionate people who brought domain, technology, market intelligence, and all the aspects that are critical for creating an idea. These ideators were taken for an off-site boot camp for a duration of 7 days. Now, this is where they worked on exploring a lot of specific focus areas in the banking landscape. They were provided specific insights about the industry, how industry is happening. We invited some experts from the industry. There were lots of sleepless nights, anxiety. What we achieved by doing all of this, we could create an environment where ideators started putting their skin in the game. I think that was one of the very differentiating factors than running a contest kind of a thing. This was one place where ideators came and they accepted the challenge on their own. They accepted that, okay, we are here, we are the handpicked people, and we are here to come up with the fresh new ideas for the company. And that immense pride and immense recognition put in a lot of energy into them, and we use specific methods and tools to extract the creative energies out of those people. What we really did is we did multiple iterations of ideation. We quickly came up with clickable prototypes and business cases. And finally, what we could achieve, we discovered 10 innovation focus areas and around 135 quick ideas. Excellent. What we really did, for a duration of 1 week, the kind of ideas that we could discover are 150. Relevant ideas are still 10, but the depth and quality of ideas was clearly better, and there were multiple iterations over these ideas. And we could really see the impact on organization culture. By investing into this kind of a boot camp, we could demonstrate the organization's commitment for innovation. And also we celebrated teamwork and collaboration. All of those, possibly the knowledge castles, we could bring them together. And the clear learnings were, it was an excellent way to take handpicked ideators to an immersive experience so that ideators put their skin in the game. This was the key. Also, we could generate a large number of ideas. And by the way, what are the limitations of this approach? It is really expensive, extreme efforts are required, and also what we realize is we need to involve the critical stakeholders like customers and subject matter experts as key partners. And also, since we had taken only this 11 to 15 people for this boot camp, possibly we had missed out on crowdsourcing of these ideas from large pool of employees. So I will give a quick recap of what we did here. What we did in strategy 4 is an idea boot camp. This was an extension of what we had been doing. Innovation ecosystem, we built a time-bound ideation challenge over it, and finally we did this idea boot camp. Now this boot camp took 15 associates to a offsite location. We did lots of ideation, iterations, and finally we could get a very good number of ideas. Depth of ideas was really there, and it was an excellent way to ensure that the ideators are taken into an immersive environment. They could sense that culture, they could sense that kind of a sandbox. So looking at this strategy 4, what we realized is, of course, there are some merits of ideation challenge where we could reach out to large number of employees, generate ideas. Bootcamp was providing a better way to ensure that the ideators are taken to an environment where they contribute wholeheartedly. They clearly believe, clearly sense the need, and then we use specific methods and tools to extract the maximum out of them. And since these people are co-located, the boot camps are extremely efficient. So basically, there were some merits of ideation challenge, some merits of boot camp. So what we are currently working on is our strategy 5. This strategy 5 is to multiply the benefits of crowdsourcing of ideas across large number of employees and multiply the benefits with the benefits of an immersive boot camp. So this is the hybrid ideation model that we are currently working on. How is this going to work? So for a set of business challenges, innovation challenges, first we are going to run an ideation challenge which will be available for all our employees. Then we handpick specific ideas, we take them, we mature them quickly. All of these ideators along with the subject matter experts will be taken to an idea boot camp. This is where we will have the ideators who are putting their skin in the game. We will have the subject matter experts who will have a stake into the entire boot camp outcome. And this is what we are currently experimenting on. So this is the 5th strategy that we are currently working on. Now let's look at what is the kind of benefit that we are expecting. Over a period of 2 months, we are expecting to generate 150 ideas. We are expecting to improve on the number of relevant ideas to a higher number. And of course, the blend of these two approaches is going to give us a good impact on organization culture in terms of high inclusivity, demonstrating our commitment for innovation, and celebrating teamwork and collaboration. Collaboration between the ideators, between the subject matter experts. So this is how we started our journey from ad hoc ideation to innovation ecosystem. Having invested there, we went to time-bound ideation challenge. Looking at the strengths and limitations of that, we came up with immersive bootcamp, and now we realize that to have a structured program, what we need is a blended approach which will provide inclusivity. At the same time, we go in depth of enriching those ideas further. And if we just map these strategies on a